2 nights ago, it was Friday night, I was doing some stargazing, mainly looking at the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper, and I saw a bright star prominently in the northeast, a little bit to the right. I thought, is that Vega? And I checked it subsequently, and in the sky, it's a website, planetarium. It gives you a map of the stars, and it in fact was Vega, which is one of the bright stars of the summer triangle. And now is the time to start looking for it, or looking at it, because it's prominent, because it's summer. Summer just started on the 20th or the 25th, week ago. In the case of Vega, it's the prominent star in a constellation called Lyra, or lyre, an ancient instrument, stringed instrument like a guitar or a harp. The Arabs think of it as a falling eagle. It may have a different name, or maybe Vega means something about falling eagle. A lot of the stars were named by the Arabs, and the summer triangle is basically has bird themes. Vega being the falling eagle. You also have Altair, which is in Aquila. It's an anciently named constellation, and that's the flying eagle. So you have two eagles there. The third star is Deneb, which is star in Cygnus, which is the swan. Now it's interesting to look at the way that the names develop and their similarities. In the case of Deneb, the Arabs thought of it as the tail of the swan. And the word Deneb is similar to the word in Hebrew for Zanav, which means tail, which kind of makes it interesting for me. So the Vega was not immediately identifiable, because you really need the other two stars to positively identify it the first time you see it rising. Okay. Just looking at also, as I said, at the Big Dipper, and meditating on the different names, especially Arabic names. The Arabs, in my eyes, have been friendly lately. You have the Abraham Accords with the United Arab Emirates, and you have Mansour Abbas, the head of the Ram Party, who really did want to be a member of the Israeli government coalition. And he ran on the platform to the Arabs that you really should be establishing friendly relations with the Jews. So it makes me much more interested and kindly disposed to the Arabic language, which is appropriate because it's a Semitic language like Hebrew. It also is very close to Aramaic, which is the language of the Talmud. And what you have with the Big Dipper, okay, where it's a bright constellation in the two pointer stars, which would be like the pot in the Big Dipper, the side of the pot opposite the handle, not connected. The one of the stars is called Duba, and that's very similar for the Hebrew word dove, or dove, which is means beer. Both of them would mean beer, and the constellation is the Big Beer. That it's the Big Dipper. It looks like a pot. Is part of the constellation of Ursa Major, the Big Deer. The other one that is the second pointer is called Merrick, which is like literally means midsection or waist, which is close to the Hebrew word of motin, which means that same thing, or matnayim, midsection, waist. Um, Slight variations, and that line you could think of as the midsection of the Big Beer. And they point to the North Star, Polaris, has the word pole in it, North Pole. And then you have two other stars, which are the Polaris is the tip of the handle of the Little Dipper. The two other stars that are more visible, the constellation is very faint, are called Kochab. Again, it's a little bit different from the Hebrew word Kochav, which means star. The other one is Firkad, which the Arabs thought of as a calf. And what it is they thought of the pole star as being central. It's the North Star, very important for navigation. And Kochab and Ferkad as being like calves that are always close to the mother. So, it was a very nice night of stargazing. Shalom, shalom.